Diane in Denmark here, rah, rah, rah. It is Tuesday and it's not just any old Tuesday. It's week 2, day 2 of our New Year, New You course. Now, all last week we were working together and putting together some new routines, whether we wanted to get more exercise in there. I was telling you how to make it actually work for you this year. And this week we're taking a bit of a step back to look at what's going on in the house. We're going through the Flylady Zones one more time. And you know what I always say, do not do any detailed cleaning, detailed cluttering unless you've got the basics done first for the day. What do I mean by the basics? Your morning routine or your evening routine. I've already done my morning routine. I undressed to shoes. I'm not really ready to go, I'll mention that right now. But I've already, part of my morning routine is running the dishwasher once we've all eaten breakfast and resetting the table for the next meal. Next time the family will be gathered will be tonight for dinner. And if you're wondering what time of day it is, it's very early in the morning here and you can see it's still dark. And I like to keep it kind of, if you saw my updated morning routine, my video about that, I'll put a link up there. I like to do things by candlelight in the morning because it gives me a kind of gentle start to the day. We've always got the candles going. And this morning I'm feeling it like that today. I'm really, I'm not feeling down about anything, but I've got a case of the I don't wannas and I'm moving slow today, but I'm moving forward, one foot in front of the other. And that is why, let me just grab the timer because it's behind you on the fridge here. Let me put the lights up again, otherwise you can't see anything. That's why I love the timer, because it works in two ways. Either if you've got a case of the I don't want to unload the dishwasher. If you just set your timer and just get on with it, you will see that it keeps us focused on the job. It allows us to get started. And when the timer goes off, you get to stop. Hooray! Or conversely, you know what happens when we actually get moving on a project, when we actually start moving, we've got the momentum going and then we say, oh, we want to do all the things and clean all the stuff. And then we have burnout. The timer will stop us and say, okay, is it time to take a break? Is it time to move our focus onto a different project, a different drawer for decluttering? That is why I'm a huge fan of the timer, and I have them all over the house. Anyway, let's get on to today. And as I said to you, we are just doing a revamp of the 5 Flylady Zones. You don't need to do what I'm doing today. I'm just going to be doing a wee spot of cleaning, I think. And for those of you who have asked, you can keep your cleaning list in here, just choose something from the list. I keep my control journal. This is my control journal. You've seen it all before. I keep it in one of the drawers here in the kitchen, so that's where my one lives. And otherwise it can be sitting here on the counter. And also my diary is here. I won't show you what's in it, but hold on. That's where my diary lives. Well, I'll just move you back again. And in my diary, in my calendar there, we've got all the dates, what the kids are doing, vacations, and also my menu plan. So if the family wants to know what's for dinner or who's cooking what, it's in the diary. Anyway, let's get started. Remember, if you want to put on some cleaning clothes, wear an apron, that's up to you. I just dress in the clothes that I'm wearing for the day. I don't change into cleaning clothes because we're only cleaning for 15 minutes at a time, and also I don't use any of those very, very toxic products. I only use stuff that are good for me, good for the family, good for the environment, good not tested on animals, good for our pets. If you're using toxic stuff, please ask yourself, why are you using it? Are you using it because you're not being consistent with your cleaning, or you've just always done it that way? Because, maybe you want to have a wee think about that. Anyway, let's get started, and I'll do my usual thing. I'm going to dust. I've got my feather duster on a stick so I can get up into the corners. I'll do that first. Remember, if you haven't done this before and you're out with your feather duster, I wouldn't do, if you haven't done it like ever or for months and months, Don't be doing it if you've got like food out and plates, because you know you don't want to be eating your dinner with a big dust bunny on the top of it, okay? But you know me, I'm consistent with my cleaning, so that's not going to be a problem. So all we're doing is going around here. Oh, maybe one there. La 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 la. And I love this feather duster and a stick thing because I always feel like, oh, I'm doing lots of dusting. And in fact, it only takes a minute or so. Yeah, sometimes I get them here behind you on top, you know, on top of the fridge freezer. But the rest of the place is okay. And when I'm finished with this, I take it outside and give it a really good shake. I won't stop to do that now. And I'm just going into the wee nook where we sit. And then up here we have this big skylight here. There we are. Right, and then over here again. Yeah, and as I said, remember, you know, if you've got fruit bowls out and stuff, you maybe want to have a wee look and check there's nothing got in there. Right, that's me done the dusting up high, and I think I'll do the ones down low. I'll do the skirting boards, or what do you call it, baseboards. Our baseboards, our skirting boards, are not actually made of wood. They are tiles which have been cut from the same tiles that are on the floor. I can just put the feather duster on a stick away. And I'm just going to take a cloth. This is a microfiber one. And I'm going to do one side damp and the other side not damp. And I'm just going to go around again. You may find that, you know, in the kitchen and in the bathroom, you may have to give it a wee extra rub because of a bit of moisture in there. Anyway, I'm not moving the camera around. You know me, I don't do fancy filming. Just get on with it. And you're not meant to be watching me. You're meant to be working along with me. You know, some videos you can kind of watch if it's something about how, you know, how we celebrate New Year in Denmark. But the other ones, you're supposed to be off your bahookie. Right, I'm just going around this way. Remember, we're just giving it a quick wipe. Don't worry too much about it. Around to the other side, I'm still here. There we go. Turn around again. And I tell you what, I'll just do a wee scoosh of product and do the fronts of my cabinets. Because you know we have these cabinets, let me see if I pull it out like this, where we can pull it out and we've got extra space. So I'll do those. And this is one of my kitchen cleaners, and it's one that you don't need to rinse off afterwards, so I like having that. But this is also the product that I use at the end of my, what do you call it, evening routine when we've eaten dinner. And I just wipe off all the surfaces, and this is the one I use for that. Right, a quick scoosh. And another scoosh here. Oh, can you see me? I'm here. And this isn't the kind of job you need to do it every time we're in the zone. There we are. But when you're being consistent with it, it really doesn't take a long time. And I think that's one of the biggest giveaways that I've had from using this system, is that when we're cleaning consistently, it doesn't take much time to keep it clean. Whereas if you let it go until it's really, really grotty and really awful, it takes you ages, and then you don't want to clean it again because then you're kind of tired out. But if you're just doing a few minutes here and there every time, it That doesn't take any time at all. Okay, I'm just doing the last bit here and then I'll be back to join you. Oh, and it smells nice, this cleaner. Shall I tell you what it is? And remember, don't try and buy this where you are. This is a Danish one called Maison Belle by Isabella Smith. But the smell in this one is orange and rosemary. And I have the Christmas one, you probably saw me using that at Christmas. Right, so that is going back here. And then this cloth is going in the wash. I'll put that down there. And for those of you who asked yesterday, there were tons of questions yesterday. I don't know about how I clean my rags. And the simple answer to that is, if it's cleaning rags that I'm using, here like I've just done, or for doing the windows, I just pop those on in a normal wash, because I mean it's just cleaning product. If it's ones that I've been using in the bathroom, after we've done a swish and swipe and clean the toilet, those go in a boil wash. If I'm doing something like sheets or towels, a hot wash, whatever you would use for a hot wash. But these ones, these are the ones that I use for my general cleaning. They just go in my ordinary wash. But of course, do whatever you like. Right, the next thing I'm going to do, I think I will do the windows in here. So I've got my generic window cleaner, and you saw yesterday how fast it was. I'll take a silver rack today. It doesn't really matter what colour you use. You want to come a bit closer? Okay, I've just dimmed the lighting again, just to make it a wee bit more cosy for us. I'll just move this out of the way. Right, scoosh scoosh. Put this out of the way as well. No candles. No little two wee boys. Right. And I've got my cloth done into 6, so I can just turn it over. Right. And I don't know if you noticed, but it's raining again outside. Right. And I don't know if you can see that there. We've got a little bird feeder which is on the outside of the window. It's a new thing that we've got, and I'm not sure the birds are actually going to feed from it. I'll keep you updated with that. LED candles, you've seen that when I come down in the morning. My LED candle is on a timer, so that kind of greets me in the morning when I'm getting my coffee. Right, that was one window. Put this back. And remember to put stuff back. As soon as, if you're clearing off counter, I'll tell you what, let's do the windowsill here as well. And I'll just take a damp cloth for that. I'm just coming behind you to get a damp one. Our windowsills are made of a type of marble, and I never use any cleaning product on it. It's just a quite quick wipe off. Right, and then also I'll just do around the window frame. There we are. And you may remember that because we're getting consistent with our cleaning, you'll find that after a few months of doing your cleaning the Flylady way, you can start to work on projects. Was it about 3 months ago I repainted the window frame and the window, and about 4 or 5 months ago I gave a quick sand of the table, re-oiled that. Our table here is the same wood which is the worktops in our kitchen. And those are the things that you can add to your control journal, so that when you have a bit of extra time, when you're a bit more into the Flylady system, you can start to work on all those little projects. Right, that's that one done. And as I said, I'm going to put everything back. There we go. Right. Okay, and then I think, what should we do? I'm not going to do the window up here, because normally I used to jump up and clean that window. But I've got an awful lot of weird comments about my about my bottom, so I'm not doing that any longer. But I tell you what, I'm going to quickly nip up here and clean it. I won't film it, and then I'll come back down again. Okay, so just hold on. Okay, I'm down again, and I can show you there was actually quite a lot of dust on the windowsill there. I've also done the back door. We have a glass back door. I'm not going to show you me cleaning that because it looks straight on to neighbours. Anyway, I timed it while I did it, 2 minutes and 11 seconds. So that's that. And remember, once again, put everything back. And when you're cleaning your counters, you know, you can just move things to the side, but also think about what you've got on your kitchen counters. Does it need to be there? Can it be put away into storage? I mean, are you using it every day? And as you go through things like your fruit bowls, do these need a clean out? Have you got some fruit that's beginning to decompose in there? Right, let me see how long. Okay, 16 minutes. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to stop here for today. And these cloths, they are going to go into the wash. And please remember here, don't worry about having to get everything done in the zone. Usually we're working, we have a whole week or at least 4 or 5 days in each zone over the course of the month. And what I do, and I'm just saying this is what I do, you can do something completely different, is I try and do like 15 minutes at the beginning of the week, and normally I'm making a video and you can see what I'm doing. And then the rest of the week, when I am, for example, say I'm waiting for the kettle to boil, I can be going through, let me just show you here, come down, let's get the light on. I can be checking a drawer, just take a few minutes to check a drawer. You've seen me doing this one before, this is a cutlery drawer. You know, check your supplies. Do you have too many things? I mean, you've seen my drawers before. This is the mugs and things. So the rest of the week, when we're in the zone, I can either be doing a small declutter project, I can do some extra cleaning, I can be descaling the kettle, the coffee pot. You've seen me doing that in my videos, so don't worry about having to do all the things in one day. And also this week, we're just doing a weekend of a little reset, because for many of us, you may have been celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you've just been concentrating, as I've said, on your morning routine and your evening routine, your weekly home blessing hour. But now you want to get back into the zone stuff again. So anyway, I'm going to get my things in the washing basket, and I'm going to sit out and make myself a cup of tea. Oh, and one more thing, hold on. You may want to have a wee think about what is your hotspot in the kitchen. And I know a lot of you will say, my whole house is a hotspot. Just work on them, you know, one at a time. This is my hotspot in the kitchen. It's our bread bin. We don't have a microwave. We have a microwave in the basement that belonged to the old kitchen. It belonged to the original owners of the house. And we hardly ever use a microwave, so when we had the kitchen remodelled, it didn't deserve space back up here. Anyway, this is our bread bin, and this is my place, which is like a hot spot. But you know, you can, you know, you call it your dumping ground, your hotspot, whatever it is. This is where I put things when I come into the kitchen, because I know that at the end of the day I clear it off, and it can be anything from you know, whatever book I'm currently reading. I've got my jar of cherries that I'm working through after Christmas. This was like my little advent calendar for myself. I've eaten a few of those delicious Amarena cherries every day. I've got a few left. Oh, well, this is crisp bread things. You know, we eat a lot of those in Scandinavia. And a wee picture that Helena had put on our Christmas presents. You know, we always give each other funny pictures for Christmas presents. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to decide what to do with it. That's just kind of been here on a little hotspot. So think about where do you have hotspots not only in your kitchen but in the rest of the house. It's quite good to actually nominate a place, because you're never going to be completely not clutter free, but you know, you're always going to need a space to kind of a holding area, let's call it a holding area. And this is the holding area in my kitchen, because I know I've got that tendency to kind of put things down, but at least by putting it in the same place, at the end of the day, or when I've got a few minutes, I can actually clear it off and put everything back to where it should go. So anyway, on that note, all I've got left to say to you is live long and prosper. Have a fantastic Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow, where we'll be moving into Zone 3, which is Flylady Zone 3 is the bathroom plus one other room of your choice. So that could be, you know, laundry, garage, garden shed, something like that, office space, nursery, whatever you have. So anyway, I shall see you all tomorrow. Okay, bye for now, and rah rah rah.